guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a Patreon request from Amanda. Now the artist or band she's got me doing is called Chisel, and the song is called, I think it's KHE SANH? Don't know. Official lyric video. It's a new band on the channel. What can I say? I've never heard of Cold Chisel. The last thing I'd used a chisel for was to chip wood out of a door frame. So, you know, that's about as much as I know about this. Looking forward to them because I like discovering new music, and that's why we started the channel in the first place, so we can get new music on here. Anyway, before we jump into this reaction, if you do actually like my videos, then please consider hitting like and subscribe. It supports me, supports the channel, and I appreciate it very, very much. Don't forget to leave the notification bell so you can never miss an upload, and this video will be down in the description should you want to check it out at a later time. Let's go. Let's see what Cold Chisel have got for us. Let's go. Okay, interesting start. Sounds like the beginning sounds like the beginning of like one of those American shows, like I don't know, Dynasty or something like that. I don't know, something wholesome like the fucking Waltons or something. I don't know. It just sounded like one of them American TV shows, like, or even Cheers. That type of music at the beginning.
I left my heart to disciples round KHE SANH.
Okay.
And my soul was sold with my cigarettes to the black market man. I had the Vietnam cold turkey from the ocean to the Silver City.
Okay.
And it's only other vets could understand about the long forgotten dark side guarantees. How there were no V-Day heroes in 1973.
Right, what happened in 1973? Was there some sort of war or some sort of thing where troops were deployed? I think this is alluding to a certain moment in time, or maybe, like I say, maybe a war or, you know, whatever. And so, like, because they're mentioning like vets and didn't come back from like didn't see 1973 or whatever it was they said. I'm gonna check that out. I want to see what it was. There a war in 1973? Because before I progress with this song, I want to know what it is. The only one that I can find in 1973 is one called the Yom Kippur War, also known as the Ramadan War. In the 1973 Arab-Israeli War, and was the fourth Arab-Israeli War. It was an armed conflict fought from the 6th of October 1973 between Israel and a coalition of Arab states, led by Egypt and Syria, and the majority of the combat between the two sides took place in the Sinai Peninsula at Golan Heights, both of which were occupied by Israel in 1967. So Syria and Israel going to war with the Arab states. Is that what this is about, KHE SANH? I imagine it that, because it's the only war I could find from 1973. So obviously, I probably need to be educated about this war to know what they're singing about. But, you know, I still persevere with the song. The song has got, it's a very jolly song, but I feel like it's dealing with a harder topic, if you like.
How we sailed in a Sydney harbor. I saw no friend but I couldn't kiss her. She was lying and I was home to the lucky land. She was like so many more from that time on. Their lives were all so empty till they found their chosen one.
Okay.
Their legs were often open, but their minds were always closed, and their hearts were held in fast suburban chains. And the legal paths were your hours long paid back and slain. The telex riders clattered where the gunships once had been.
Okay, it's a guy who's come back from this war. If that was the same war, I don't know. If there's anything else, then let me know. A guy who's come back from war. He's a vet. He's maybe getting a bit of PTSD because he's comparing tellers and stuff where there used to be a gunship. Because when you go into the army, the military, you're fighting battles. You go to go to war in the deserts and stuff, you're in charge of heavy machinery. You're in charge of like fucking artillery and guns, etc. And then you come back to the civilized world, and you car parks and tellers and everything seems very mundane and boring. When you was in the desert, you was in charge of a fucking tank or something, and when you come back to here, you're nothing. And I think that's it. Maybe something to do with the fact that vets don't get treated right. I think that could be alluding to that sort of thing. I think this might be going towards that sort of path within this song.
Riders clattered where the gunships once been. Car parks make me jumpy, and I never stop the dreams of the growing need for speed and overcame.
It's a drug.
So I worked across the country from end to end. Tried to find a place to settle down where my mixed up life would mend. I held a job on an oil rig, flying choppers when I could.
Found a job on an oil rig flying choppers when I could, because that gives him a bit of normality. Because if he used to fly a gunship, the chopper is the next best thing. It's a little bit more exciting than just driving your car, isn't it? So I mean, he's saying he needs to settle down in his mixed up life, because obviously when people have PTSD, you've got your normal life, and then you've got the life that you left behind, and you can't separate the two. And then that's why people end up with like mental health and stuff because of it. But plus the things that they've seen, you know what I mean? It's not just you're in the desert and shooting from miles away. Sometimes bombs go off near and stuff like that, and you see things that you can't unsee. So I can imagine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to pretend that I know what that feels like, but I can only imagine what it does.
I'm on an oil rig, flying choppers when I could, but the nightlife nearly drove me round the bend. And I've traveled around the world from year to year, and each one found me aimless. One more year, the world's aware. And I've been back to Southeast Asia, and the answer sure ain't there. But I'm drifting north to check things out again.
Southeast Asia. Now they're talking about that's not Southeast Asia. It's Syria and that. That's northwest, isn't it? Because you've got Egypt and then you've got like Syria and stuff, and then south is like India, isn't it? That way. So has he gone to India? He's gone down. He maybe gone down to the India sort of territory where there's less fighting, but then he says he's drifting back up north to check things out again because it's mundane and boring, and he needs to be back in that military lifestyle with the action, etc. Even though he doesn't really want to be there, but it's all he knows. Well, if I'm breaking this down right, then that's a really messed up way to be. I mean, because like you'd want to be safe, but if you're missing it too much, and you feel mundane that you have to go back, you could potentially get yourself killed, couldn't you? You can only imagine what they're going through.
Yes, I am. Well, the last plane out of Sydney's almost gone. And over 7 flying hours, and I've been landing in Hong Kong. And there ain't nothing like the kisses from a cheating Chinese princess. I'm gonna hit some Hong Kong mattress all night long. Well, the last plane out of Sydney's almost gone.
Hang on, is it some sort of Chinese word then? Because the way it's spelt actually sounds like, and he's talking about going to China, and obviously China's in Asia. Oh man, I'm gonna have to definitely check the meaning of this song at the end.
You know the last plane out of Sydney's almost gone. And it's really got me worried. I'm going nowhere and I'm in a hurry. You know the last plane out of Sydney's almost gone. Well, the last plane out
Oh.
of Sydney's almost gone. You know the last plane out of Sydney's almost gone.
sounded like one of them like really old songs, but I also had a bit of a modern spin on it. I need to check what the meaning of this song is now, because I'm actually confused as to which situation they're talking about. Right, okay. This says in the song facts that this is a barroom classic in Australia. Somewhere, sometime, this will either be played by the bar band or come on the jukebox, and 90% of the crowd will sing along by knowing most of the words. It was Cold Chisel's first single and debut album. It was remixed and included in the US version of the album East in 1981. And KHE SANH was named the greatest Australian song of all time in the mid-2007 countdown on a Max channel. The song documents the life of a returned Vietnam veteran. After serving in the war, he fails to fit into society anymore, and he's also about the restlessness of youth. So I've got the wrong war, got the wrong scenario. The right scenario, because obviously he's come back from the war, he's struggling to fit in, PTSD. So I still stand by what I said with all that. I just got the situation and the place wrong, because obviously when I googled that 1973 war, it came up with something else, and it's fucking Syria or something, and nothing to do with Vietnam, etc. So I should have got it really when they started talking about the vets, because there's Vietnam vets, but you know, I was confused. What a great song though. 1978 it was made apparently, so I thought it would sound a little bit older, but I mean, really good. I mean, it's good to check out classic songs anyway, and thank you, Amanda, for showing me this one, because it's got a real deep and meaning and a true message that needs, you know, sorting out. Even to this day now, people who've served in different wars and stuff coming back, and they just can't adjust to normal life. Anyway, if you like my videos, then please hit like and subscribe, and support me on Patreon or any of the social medias, and the links are in the description. Thanks for watching. I shall see you all on the next one.